guys, today I'm just going to show you a really quick demo of how we're going to start piecing together a square layer. So with your barber class, yeah, it's great, I know we all want to do fades, but we're going to start off learning scissor work first, right? So first things first, how do we hold a pair of scissors? We hold a pair of scissors with our ring finger and our thumb, okay? That gives us a greater range of movement, and it means that we're always going to be able to cut straight, or we're going to have more control. If I ever see you in class using your middle finger, what will happen is you'll end up cutting up the way, so you won't have a straight line. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the good stuff, right? So when we're starting a haircut, guys, when we start a scissor cut especially, we always start at the crown. So let's have a wee look at this, right? So you're saying, how do I get a piece of hair for the crown? Right, well, what we do is, we get our comb and we use this part here of the comb, right? We comb the hair in the way we want it to go. So just now, I want it to go back, so it's easier for me to get the comb through it. Then I come to this part here, this is called the recession, okay? I get this part of my comb, I place it against the skin, even where the pupils are. There we go, between the pupils, so just up from the pupil, I take that across, I hold it with my index finger, and I comb the hair down the way. This is all about learning dexterity and how to control that hair. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use the wide teeth of my comb just to push that over, and there we go. So, where is the crown? The crown is round about this area here. So again, I'm using this part of my comb. I'm going to use my index finger, push it straight across, hold the hair there and comb it down the way. We're going to work with nice straight sections here, guys, because we're learning and we want to start off being as perfect as we possibly can from the get-go. From here, I'm going to take a section straight across, and I'm actually going to lift it straight up in the air. So I get the small teeth of my comb in there, comb it up, I look at the roots, I make sure all the roots are going up the way. I check myself in the mirror. Now previously, sorry guys, what I should have told you at the very beginning, when I'm working with a mannequin head, what I do is, I make sure that the nose and the leg of the stand are in line, so that I can always make sure that that mannequin head is straight onto that mirror. Then I stand behind with my feet underneath my hips, square on the ground. I'm not standing at the side like this. I don't have a foot back or a foot forward. I have both feet together, well, underneath your hips. I'm combing directly up in the air. And what I'm doing, I don't know if you noticed that there, guys, so when I put my comb in, I use my fingers and I follow the shape of the comb. This helps guide me. Then, check all the roots are pointing in the same direction that I want the hair to go. And I'm holding it straight up. I'm not holding it towards myself. I'm not pushing it away. Straight up in the air. I get my scissors, make sure I'm holding them correctly. I come across. As I snip in, I draw my scissors back. This ensures that I get the straightest cut that I can possibly get. From there, I take my next section. I use the wide part again, come in here. I take a finger's width section. I don't take any thicker than that, because what could happen is, if I take a thick section like this and hold it here and cut it, when I cross check that to the side, there's actually going to be a huge dip in that. And then when that gent wears the hair forward, you're going to actually see holes in that haircut, and that's not what I want. I want nice fluidity throughout this. So I go in again, I use my thumb or my index finger, I take my section, I visually check where I want that comb to go, I come straight across. Comb that hair forward, make sure it's out the way. I want to work nicely and cleanly here. I take some of the previous section that I cut, but I ensure that that's not too thick. Then I use the small teeth of my comb, and I go straight up in the air again. I find my guideline. Now if I can't see that guideline there, it means my section's too thick. but I can clearly see that, so I'm good to go. Again, going in, coming back the way as I cut. If I just take this straight up in the air, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. If I just start hacking in continuously, I won't get a really straight line. I'm just going to show you one more section and then I'm going to show you the cross check. Again, fingers width section, use my index finger to push across, take that hair forward, then lift up in the air, straight up guys. Find that guideline. I've got about 10 guidelines here because of the previous haircut that was in this. And I'm just coming straight across. And my fingers are my fingers aren't wide enough here for the section that I've got. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually start again, let go, follow my fingers up. There we go. Drawing back each time I cut. So we're going to continue doing that, working right towards the front. But I'm just going to show you how I'm going to cross check that just now, okay? So I worked in sections going across the way here. How do I cross check? It's self-explanatory. So cross check, I'm just going across the sections themselves, lifting it straight up in the air and making sure that that's nice and straight.